Hello my vacuum cleaner chums, and welcome to another, whilst he was in the bath, video of one of my pieces in the collection, the Hoover Junior 375. I know quite a few people have one of these, and they are lovely machines, still very collectible, quite popular still, you still see a fair few, although they are beginning to show their age a bit. This is mine that needs cosmetic restoration. Mechanically it's not too bad, although I could probably do with a bit of a tickle. It's been 5 or 6 years since I've done anything really with it, apart from use it. As you can see, it needs paint. And the bag is very fragile. I try not to use it too much with this bag. I fit a normal 119 bag on because it fits on the holder. And I try and just keep this bag for display. As you can see, it doesn't quite fit in the holder anymore. I think the holder needs bending a little bit because any more pushing, that's going to rip the fabric even more. So I'm leaving that there until I take the bag off, which I do for storage. Moving up to the handle, if I can make the camera do something with it. It's a little bit cracked, rubber wise, but it's still okay. And the cable, it needs a new cable because this one's not very long. You can see the cable grommet's starting to perish a little bit. But what do you expect for a machine that I think I dated from 1934? I'd have to recheck that. I have got a service manual for it, and I'm sure it was 1934, 1944. I don't know. We'll revisit this and have a look. However, with mine, I have the original instruction manual, which the cover is torn, sadly. But here she is. How to assemble the Hoover. Lovely manual. Lots of nice pictures of well-to-do ladies vacuuming with their Hoover. So on, such forth, etc. There's also a bit about the dustette in here. So whether the Hoover dustette would have been sold alongside the 375 at some point, I don't know. Maybe somebody will find out. As you can see, servant to the home, Hoover. That normally sits inside that plastic wallet. I'll pop that back in there. I also have the original cleaning tools in a fairly battered box, although I've seen worse. This hose isn't that airtight anymore. As you can see, it has moulded itself to the shape of the box. So again, I'll try not to use that too much. It's missing a few bits as well. It hasn't got the crevice tool and whatever else it would have come with. There's the adapter, the bent end, and the all-purpose nozzle. It's also flattened out a bit as well. I do periodically try and pop it back out, but it doesn't like it. And I'll be honest, I don't mind just leaving it like that. Because it's so old, it's best to just leave it alone. Poor thing. I also managed to get, this didn't come with it, this came from eBay, but it's an original box for one of these. I normally keep tools in it, plastic tools and other random bits and pieces, but I thought I'd empty it out for the purpose of this video. It must be 1934, this is my point. No, be after 1934 then, because that says 1933 to 1936. I'll have a look and I'll comment on the video. Because the service manual is electronic, so I can't just fetch it out. Now with this, and some of you might be able to help me here, obviously there were two styles. One was black here, and one was painted. Now on the instructions, it shows a black one, but obviously a completely different machine. So I think this should have been silver. So at some point, I need to get my paints out and sand all this back. In fact, probably sand all of it back, which I've never done before, and then re-spray it silver. Same with that bit there, although I keep putting it off because I've never really done painting before, and I don't quite fancy trying on a nice machine like this. Or if we fold it over, this one has a... this is just, it's so old it's damaged the wall. This one has a release pedal, unlike the 119 that doesn't. There There we go. So I have dated it before, I'll date it again. There's the brush roll. Oh, I'll just pop the belt off. Whoops. Never mind. There is the height adjuster, which is very fragile because that bit parts company from that quite a lot. So I'll try and leave that one alone. There's the upside down ratings plate. Universal motor. So you can see Eva's being far too noisy for this close to bedtime. But we'll leave her to it because she's having fun. Now we'll just pop the belt back on. Oh, this is quite difficult to do one-handed, isn't it? But luckily I'm holding the tripod. Let's just check that that's the right way round. There we go. And I'll just show you it running quickly because I know you all possibly might want to see it. Let's fit the hose just for a bit of a laugh, shall we? Because Eva won't want to come out the bath yet, so let's not make it. Now that bit there sits on there, but it's a lot easier to attach it without. It works just like the 119. So you pop the belt off, and that bit there clips down into this part, and the whole thing makes the fan case. Like that. Then the hose simply screws on to the end. And then being very careful with the very perished hose, might have suction. That's actually quite good. I'm quite surprised. Maybe that's better than I thought. But sadly with this bag, I'm not using it properly. Might have to do a little proper demonstration video one day before I get round to refurbishing it. It's not high priority because I've got other machines that have never seen attention. And this is an old timer. I've had this for years. In fact, the first video on my YouTube channel is of this. Not long after I got it. It came from eBay, I think. I don't think I'd even passed my test when I got this. I passed my test in 2010. One way round, this is how to check. There we go. Look, you see, I can do a nice video of the belt running. Look, if I just do that. There we go. So, you might see this again if I ever do refurbish it again, because I think it needs a bit of an oil up. We'll pop a different bag on that I don't care about getting dirty, and we'll have a look at it. Sadly, the bumper is damaged, but I can't do much about that. She's a bit of a tatty old girl, but I like her. One day a better one might come up. I won't be too fussed if it doesn't. I can't take those off without a screwdriver. See, that's how the bag attaches on to one of these. So there's a hole in the bag there. So really this bag is fit for display purposes only. Sadly. I'm not going to hunt out another one because they're probably quite rare with the original Hoover. It beats as it sweeps, as it cleans. Trademark of one of our fellow collectors, Roger Lang. So, Thank you very much for watching. I best get Eva out the bath now. I'm sure there'll be more of these little ditties about my collection. So, thank you very much for watching, and good night.